системе 1-3-1.
Один легионер. Кстати, на лимит на легионеров надо. Можно?
Ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues, welcome to the press conference for the 2017 IHF Ice Hockey World Championship game between Canada and Russia. The final score is Canada 4, Russia 2, with an attendance of 16,469 spectators. I would like to welcome the head coaches to the podium. This is John Cooper for Team Canada and Oleg Znarka for Team Russia. And we're beginning with the opening statements of the head coaches, beginning with Team Russia.
Поздравляю с победой Канаду. Мы провели сегодня хорошую игру. Мне не в чем упрекнуть моих ребят. Они бились с первой до последней минуты. Где-то не повезло нам. Это спорт. Готовимся к следующей игре. Спасибо.
Congratulations to Team Canada. We have a very good game. We have no fortune. The fortune was not with us today. My players fights very well tonight, so it's just a game.
Thank you, Oleg Znarka. And now we would like to hear John Cooper for Team Canada.
Well, I've been extremely fortunate as a coach to coach the National Hockey League and be able to coach the Stanley Cup final. But that was one of the greatest hockey games I've ever been a part of. And regardless of how the game would have turned out, obviously it went our way, but those were two really, really, really good hockey teams. And it's funny how this game works when you got two dynamite power plays, and I think what happened was we took all the penalties in the second, and they got a power play goal, and it kind of sucked the life out of us. And then they ended up taking some penalties in the third, and it probably sucked a little bit of life out of them. And but I thought that both teams played extremely hard. It was one of those games that, if it had gone to overtime, you probably would have said it deserved to go to overtime. But I'm very glad it didn't.
Thanks to John Cooper. Then I would like to open the floor for your English-spoken questions only. We'll begin in the front here.
John, was it the initial plan to match Pareka and Vlasic with Kuznetsov's line?
With whose line?
Kuznetsov.
Yes, it was. We wanted to see. It's tough when you don't get to coach against a team or see a team that often, so you have to kind of go through that first period and see how things go. But that's a dynamic line, and as you witnessed in that game, so we had a plan to put Couture's line on them a little bit, and Vlasic, Parenko, and they did a really, really good job against them. But you're not going to hold them out forever, and. But yeah, that was the plan.
Please keep your question in mind. There was the next one.
Two-parter again. Firstly, what was said in the second intermission, the mood of the second intermission, and then thirdly, or secondly, how did it feel to hear the Canadian fans start to get louder and louder as the game went on in the third period as Canada came back?
Well, it was, I think, one of the things that was said in the room when we walked into the room. There was a little tension, and then somebody blurted out, "It's okay, boys, we got them right where we want them." And I think it completely calmed the whole room down, and we knew we had it in us, and we knew we were on our heels a lot because we were killing penalties the whole time. But I think the big thing for us, we took a breath in the locker room, and then we went out and scored a power play goal in the first how many seconds. And right then you can see the weight go off our shoulders, and after that we played a heck of a third.
Okay, there are Then there's another one in front there.
I'm satisfied with what Russian Tampa players showed tonight.
I'm sorry.
Russian Tampa players.
Oh, the Tampa players?
Does it satisfy you?
Well, it was again, I said this from the outset. It was Team Canada versus Team Russia, but I can't single out any of the players. I thought every single Russian player played as hard as they possibly could, just as every Canadian player. And when you're playing as hard as you can, it's all you can really ask from your guys. And I thought all our guys played. I don't think there was one goal in that game that was a bad goal. I think the goalies all made the saves they had to, and really good players beat them. And so that's why that's why it was a good hockey game. You can't sit there and say, oh, this mistake did this. Every player played hard, and it's just fun game to be a part of it.
Okay, last one there.
My question is for the coach of the Russian team. Just wondering, your team had to go back and play their quarterfinals in Paris and then come back here for the semifinals. Was fatigue a factor, maybe in the third period?
Ну, я бы не сказал, мы приехали оттуда с хорошим настроением, поэтому я думаю, что...
No, I can't say this. It wasn't a problem at all.
So if there are no more questions so far, I would like to invite you to meet the head coaches in the backdrop area for your native